Hello my friends, this is Roger for Splish Play. Today we're going to take a look into the closed beta when it comes to a game called Bleedin Edge. Now this game is presented to you by a team of developers that are called Ninja Theory. They have been making games such as Devil May Cry, I'm talking about the game Devil May Cry, not the series, and also Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice that I enjoyed to play. So this closed beta is up and running as we're speaking this weekend, and the game will be released later in March, I think on the 24th of March. Now what is this? Well, this is a multiplayer online battle arena game with quite some interesting characters that can be used and leveled up and played with and get to know and all that stuff. There are already, from what I can see, people playing and making guides, of course, if you're interested to know more about it. I have been able to play a few hours into the game and I wanted to share my first kind of impressions. When you've downloaded and start up the game, you're able to play a tutorial, and I would definitely recommend you to do so. By the way, this is on PC, although I'm playing with a controller. I think the game, actually it suggests you to use a controller. By doing the tutorial you will get the basics, learn like the basic moves and also the specials, and you will also be able to learn a bit about the different game modes that you will play in the game, which I think is really nice. So overall, again, my first tip to you guys is to finish and play the whole tutorial. Another good thing that they've added into this is a dojo where you can go in and try your moves and the different characters and what they do, which I think is good. I guess this is something also I would do if I would play the game a lot, go back to and you know, practice certain things in order to become better. They also have a mod system, things that you will unlock and you can apply to your character as you go. This is something I haven't been able to go into depth, so I won't talk so much about it, but I just wanted to know that it's there and you can do it. I gotta be also more precise to tell you how you can do if you want to play the beta. You need to pre-order Bleedin Edge on Xbox One, Windows 10 or Steam, or if you have an active Xbox Game Pass subscription, which I have, you can then play it as well. If you've already played the technical alpha, you'll automatically be granted access to the beta, so you don't have to do anything. The pre-installs are now available for the closed beta on all platforms, so that goes for the whole weekend as I'm posting the video once again. There are different characters in the three classes to choose from. Of course you have damage, you have support, and then you have tank. And that's also why you have to choose wisely when you're creating your team. Apparently if you play these kind of games before, it's good to have at least one of each. Since I didn't know so much about this game before, I checked out what has happened between the alpha and beta, and here's a few of the highlights that they have featured into the closed beta now, which is an advanced combat tutorial that I've already been mentioning, more hoverboards, paint jobs, trails and stickers in the workshop, some multiple emotes added for each fighter, parry ability and also accessibility options. My experiences so far playing the beta has been a bit up and down. That has mainly to do probably with the matchmaking or who you're playing with. I guess this is hard to avoid in any game, and right now this is a beta, so we should remember that. So I don't know really what kind of matchmaking criteria they have or how they will do regarding matchmaking in the future when the full game comes out, because I've got into my first game and the other team was so good and had high ranks, so we got really badly beaten. But in the following games I got into teams that were really good, so we won pretty easy. The closed beta so far plays well, quite smooth, and as you can see it's quite colorful, which I like. The thing that I am not sure that I like is that I feel that this game feels quite slow paced. They're talking about fast, but for me this feels a bit slow. If you get on the hoverboard, you mount the hoverboard, you're not moving that fast, and I wish at least there was an option where you could use some kind of boost for a second or two to move a bit faster. You're not running that fast either, so it almost feels the same using the hoverboard and running. It's not really, but it's a small difference though. And that goes also for the kind of gameplay. There are parts when it becomes quite slow when you're collecting and then nothing really happens. This depends also how the game plays and of course how your team chooses to play. But again, I wish that also in the combat system that the moves were a bit faster. I like those kind of fighting games, so when I'm doing this now, trying out the closed beta, again, for me it feels a bit slow. Let me know in the comment section if you have similar experiences, or if you have other thoughts about it, then I will listen to what you say as well in the comment section. But the good thing though is that you need to play as a team together with people. As I mentioned, the classes before kind of works well together, so try to stick together with your teammates and you will be better off, especially if you are also a beginner in the game as I am. Now, with that said, I think that this is kind of interesting for a lot of people out there, especially if you have like a history playing fighting games and online multiplayer games overall. For me, this is probably not my cup of tea or my first choice. Sure, I'm having a bit of fun playing this beta, but I don't think I will get the game or buy it later on. On the other hand, the characters are cool as mentioned, and I think if you start to grind with one character and become really good playing with him or her, you can definitely have a good time playing the game. As I said, this is still a beta, it's not a finished game, and there might be things or end game modes and stuff coming into this full game later on when it's released in March that might change also the way that I feel about playing the game. But so far, so good, although again, it's not my style of game. I would love to hear from you guys, of course, also if you have any experience playing the beta, or if it's something that you have been put on your bucket list to do, and your wish list when it comes to buying or getting the game. Again, this has been 40 Splish Splash, and I hope you're having a good gaming weekend. Take care, people, and if you're new to my channel, you might want to check out the rest of my content there. Otherwise, just have a good one and take care. Bye-bye.